Welcome to the Cabral House Call. I'm Stephen Cabral, board-certified naturopathic doctor, and today on this Cabral House Call on a Weight Loss Wednesday, I want to go through some follow-ups to our last episode where we talked about, does your BMI or your body mass index even matter? That's that range of that ratio that you should get every year when you go to your primary care doctor for your annual physical. Or if you have a personal trainer, functional medicine doctor, naturopath, nutritionist, anyone, they should be able to calculate that for you. And in that last episode, I just said it's very simple to calculate it, it's free, and you can do it right online. So you can find out in our previous episode. Definitely check that out. So today, let's get right into your questions, all based around weight loss. The first one today is from Ginny. Ginny is asking, should I work out if I'm tired? So, excellent question. I work in this capacity all the time with my adrenal fatigue and overall just general fatigue-based clients, whether they have Lyme disease, whether they have an autoimmune disease, whatever it might be. And here's the truth of the matter. You do need to work out. And you need to work out at least every other day. And you need to get your steps in every day. However, if you're starting at a baseline of nothing, doing zero workout, the first thing to do is just start with your walking. And do you need to get right to the 10,000 steps I recommend? Absolutely not. Why would you start at the upper range of 10,000 steps when you've been doing nothing in the beginning? So my recommendation is start with about 30 minutes of walking per day. And now the average person gets about 3,500 steps per day. So you may already be doing that. That's about 35 minutes or so of walking. So what I would say is just add another 10 minutes or so of walking to your typical day for the week, every day. Now that's going to be an extra 10 minutes or so for the day. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Get to your 10,000 steps per day. And then if you are someone used to working out, or if this question is just coming from, if I'm exhausted, should I just take the day off? Well, here's my thing. You should not leave a workout more fatigued than you came in. Your workout should actually give you a boost in energy. If at the end of your workout, you're more exhausted than when you came in, you're actually depleting your body of precious hormones, of minerals, you're boosting your cortisol levels to too high a degree, which is not a good thing at that level, and you're actually doing more damage in the long run. Do work out, enjoy your workouts, but just don't do it to exhaustion. And again, we kind of go back to boot camp workouts or boot camp style workouts or CrossFits or just these really mega type trainings. And they're not healthy for your body. They might be fun every once in a while, but they're not healthy in your body. Now, can you do a boot camp workout or a CrossFit workout, any of those things, and not exhaust yourself? Absolutely, and that would be okay. So, Ginny, what I would say to you is, if it's only every once in a while that you're tired, just take the day off or do some light cardio or do the same workout, but at maybe 60%. Don't go for personal best. Don't max out. Now, if you're someone who's competitive and you don't feel you can work out and not try to max everything out, just take the day off. Do some foam rolling, do some stretching, use the sauna if you want, do those things, or just get extra rest. Your body is telling you need to rest. Eat good food, rest, get to bed a little bit earlier, meditate, do a yoga class instead. You can still stay active if you want, or just do extra walking. But if you're every once in a while, just take the day off. Now, if you're someone who's just seems to be tired all the time, that's a different story. Get your hormones tested. Look at your adrenal levels, meaning your cortisol levels. Look at DHEA, testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. Do an adrenal stress profile. That will show you what's going on, why you might be so fatigued. Maybe you're starting to burn out. Maybe you're not producing enough cortisol throughout the day on a 24-hour cortisol test. So definitely, I would check that out. Hopefully that answers that question. Max is up next. What is Max asking? He's asking, can I do hydrostatic underwater body fat composition testing for better accuracy? Okay, so let me translate that back to normal speak. So hydrostatic underwater testing, hydrostatic testing, we could just call it that. We're looking at someone basically in a dunk tank. Literally, a lot of times this is done in mobile units, meaning like a little small like tractor trailer truck pulls up in front of your gym or whatever it might be, and they do hydrostatic testing. So basically, they have a big water tank in there. You're in your bathing suit, and then they have a computer hooked up to it. What they're asking you to do is lie under the water and blow out all of the air in your lungs. Now, it's not as scary as it sounds. You're only under there for about 10 seconds or so. Is this accurate? It can be. Meaning everything can be accurate if you have the right instructor teaching you how to do it. And if you're using the right equipment, and that's basically it. So again, the calipers can be really accurate, but they can be absolutely inaccurate if you're working with a personal trainer or someone who's afraid to pinch your body fat, and they show you a lower reading than it really is. We teach all of our team members how to do a true body fat caliber testing where you grab the entire section, whether it's on the triceps, the suprailium right above that hip bone. What else do? We do the chest for men. So there's a very specific Jackson Pollock method, and it works great. Now, hydrostatic testing, fantastic as well. It's going to cost somewhere between $40 and $100 per testing. You could do the bod pod, which is typically the same thing, breathing out to get your body fat by displacing oxygen. That's done without having to lie under the water. I think they're fun to do, to be honest with you. So if you get the opportunity, I would definitely recommend it. To get better results, you really need to get under that water and blow out all the air in your lungs. Really breathe it all out as much as you can for the most accurate reading. And just make sure they do it at least 3 times to take your average or to take your lowest one, because that will be your best body fat reading. So hopefully that does help. And yes, it can be extremely accurate if you would like to do that, Max. Really good choice. All right. And then you can just type online hydrostatic body fat testing if you're looking for certain locations that do that, because it is fun. All right, Wanda W is up next. Wanda's question is, will not eating until dinner slow my metabolism? So this is another intermittent fasting question. It is very popular, this topic. If you didn't listen to previous intermittent fasting episodes, our last one, I believe, was episode 62. So please go back and check out episode 62, both parts of that. I think you'll get a lot of great tips on the Cabral House Call on intermittent fasting, but also the overall 5-2 diet review, which is a pseudo form of intermittent fasting, not really intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is literally not eating food. Everyone's kind of tweaking that to be how they want the term to be, but it's not truly that. So let's assume that Wanda's saying, I'm not going to eat anything, meaning I'm just going to drink water until dinner. Will that slow my metabolism? So yes, it will. In some people, it will slow your metabolism. And a lot of times, unfortunately, it is more women than men. And the reason for this is that it has been shown, even on a very low carbohydrate paleo-style diet, that it can lower thyroid. So it can increase TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, because the body is not getting enough of active T3 to be able to boost thyroid hormone levels. So that's really important to look at. And the reason is it could be converted to reverse T3. We're not going to get into that. But what I would say is this: you need to look at what works best for you. And sometimes it's just like either all or nothing, right? Why does it always have to be all or nothing? Why can't we do 1 day a week or 2 days a week of not eating until dinner? Maybe like a non-workout day, and that could be your day of an intermittent fast, right? I mean, I think that just makes sense. Please do go back to episode 62. I don't even know if I outlined it in detail. Let me just do a whole episode upcoming on intermittent fasting. But essentially, you can go from sun up to sunset, let's just say 7 in the morning to 7 at night without eating. But let's have you do everything first. Like, you'll follow an elimination diet or low glycemic diet or something like our Fatlocity nutrition plan first. Then after doing that, then you will have lost the weight that you want to lose from that plan. Then you might do something like a detox, a 7-day, a 14-day, or 21-day detox. And then as you're just kind of moving then into overall lifestyle, like what am I going to be following on a weekly basis for a good nutrition plan? You might say, you know what? I just love to have my certain foods, and you're just not willing to eat cleanly every day of the week or 6 out of 7 days. So an intermittent fast plan might be great for you. Just start with 1 day, like Mondays or Tuesday, you're not working out. Let's say you go from dinner one night to dinner the next, and you're just drinking water in the meantime. Start at 1 day per week, and then maybe a few days later, not back to back, you might do another day of intermittent fasting. But just don't go every day without eating until dinner. I have seen too many people in my practice where it does slow their metabolism, and it also can lead to a very unhealthy relationship with food, because typically they're binge eating at dinner to get all the calories in that their body wants. So I'm not a fan of the diet, and I also don't see a need for it. I really don't. Like you're not starving, you're not limited to food, you have food all around you. Let's just be a little bit smarter in how we decide to go about that. So I'd follow those 3 tiers, just like I talked about, eating a healthy, clean meal plan, potentially doing some type of detox, and then settling into a nice, healthy nutrition plan for you. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in and submitting your questions to the Cabral House Call. Before you go, I wanted to make you aware that as a loyal listener to the Cabral concept, I want to make sure I'm always providing with great real-world usable content and rewarding you with listener-only specials. So for the month of April, my goal is to help you involve more of your family and friends and even coworkers in their quest to lose weight and get well. And I believe there is no better way to do that than through the Dr. Cabral Detox. You lose 5 to 10 pounds in your first 7 days and improve your overall well-being, guaranteed. So this month, I'm going to take $20 off the 14 or 21-day Dr. Cabral Detox so that you can share the 14-day with one friend or family member and the 21-day with 2 friends or family members. It's more motivating to do the detox with someone else, and I know you'll both be happy you did. Come join our Dr. Cabral Detox community and change your body, change your life. To take your $20 off, just enter the promo code APRIL20, all lowercase, at checkout.